While having to get tangled up against the SEC in the lawsuit, the fintech company moves a tremendous amount of XRP to China. What do you think's going on? Does Ripple plan on making XRP the global currency? What is China's involvement with XRP? Stay with us till the end of the video to know more. But first, we are giving away $25 at the end of the month to one random subscriber to start on their XRP journey. All you need to do is like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment your thoughts on XRP in the comment section. Welcome XRP Army, let's grow the XRP Lab community by pressing the like button and subscribe. With that being said, let's get on with today's video. Ripple XRP is at a long stretch of legal war with the SEC over the question whether the XRP is a security or a cryptocurrency. Since December 2020, the lawsuit goes on, and to date, Ripple is at a higher pedestal with more wins in the suit. The matter positively impacted Ripple for the initial times. However, as the suit is being stretched even more, the case appears to have become a lagging factor, adding to the already down market to the XRP's price trajectory. Even while strangled with the lawsuit, Ripple continues to make plans post the case is settled. And moving XRP to China can be categorized as one such step. In today's video, we'll talk about Ripple's actions in terms of the Chinese administration, and we'll be summing the video with XRP's price trajectory for the upcoming period. Ripple's CEO Brad Garlinghouse has made some statements regarding moving the company's main quarters from the United States to Europe or Asia in October 2020. Last year, we heard the news that Ripple is considering relocating its headquarters abroad or out of the US, primarily due to the regulatory environment of the US. In simple words, Brad Garlinghouse has always wanted to move out of the US and establish the company elsewhere, mainly for his ease of doing business, which in America has become nothing more than a hindrance. On an appearance on CNBC's Squawk Box, the CEO talked about his frustration with the US regulatory environment, surrounded by the lack of clarity in the regulation of digital assets. This relocation could have already been dealt with. However, this plan was also put on hold with the arrival of a lawsuit against Ripple. According to Brad Garlinghouse, the biggest part of the problem with the crypto regulation in the US arises due to a lack of action from US regulators and not from the cryptocurrency players compared to other countries. He said there's a misunderstanding of how these technologies can be applied. In the United States, there has been a lack of regulatory clarity. Other countries' G20 markets have invested the time and energy, either through legislation or rulemaking, to provide that clarity and certainty, which allows the investors to participate, entrepreneurs to build. It is understandable that Ripple's, being the futuristic company, has already planned its future post the settlement of the lawsuit with the SEC. Ripple was previously, since the beginning of 2021, planning to go public. However, the case halted the entire motion. This topic was again started when the CEO announced Ripple to be going public soon after the matter was settled between Ripple and SEC. On the contrary, SEC received its very first win in the longest time, indicating the lawsuit to get stretched to 2022. Towards the preparation, XRP is being moved to China by top crypto exchanges, as the company plans forwards with moving its headquarters to China. On June 10th, data was shared on Twitter by Whale Alert that 64.5 million XRPs were being transferred from Bitstamp to an unknown wallet. Well, the confusion started from this particular tweet, which led to the uncovering of 270 million XRPs getting transferred by significant crypto exchanges to China. According to the shared data, in the past 20 hours, a mammoth sum of 270 million XRPs were wired by several major crypto exchanges. On top of this, the fintech company Ripple continues to transfer the regular XRP's portion to Huobi, the biggest crypto trader in China. Starting from June 6th, XRPs were being transferred to Huobi by the company on an everyday basis, totaling about 5,275,250 XRPs. Earlier in the last week, Ripple moved 6,679,600 XRPs to Huobi. This wasn't the first time Ripple's seen to move such an amount of XRP, but the fintech company has been transferring XRPs for several months now. There hasn't been any official news until now. However, crypto experts and analysts say that the company is undoubtedly moving its venture to China, which would start immediately after the lawsuit is settled between Ripple and SEC. As we speak, the company moves more XRP from the US soil to China. Contributing to the same, Huobi and China are the leading players, Other than them, Binance was also a part, which was initially also based out of China, Bybit, and also the largest American exchange, Coinbase. Among the same, there is another transaction which has transferred a significant number of XRPs, ranging over 175 million XRPs from Bybit to Binance. Post which, as the tweet says, 64.5 million XRPs were transferred from Bitstamp to Coinbase. As per Jeremy Light, the Vice President of the European Union Strategic Accounts at Ripple, China is definitely of interest. It's definitely a target. Jeremy has told CNBC in a telephonic interview that Ripple wants to target the Chinese market with its distributed ledger technology, which is designed to speed up cross-border payments. Even though this news is a little old, the fintech company has been planning to take over the Chinese financial markets. In 2018, the company struck a deal with the Hong Kong-based financial services firm Lian Lian International, aiming to power the latter's cross-border transactions between China, the US, and Europe. In order to enter the Chinese market, Ripple needed to uncover its utility technology, because using the method of crypto adoption wouldn't have been an option because Beijing has clamped down on the trading of virtual currencies. The Chinese government has banned the initial coin offerings, which indeed became a controversial means for any startups to start with financial technology, obstructing raising funds through the sale of digital currencies. It is clear that Ripple wants to move its headquarters to China. For the same, the fintech company has signed up with more than 100 financial institutions on its network, including some significant institutions: Santander, UniCredit, UBS, and Standard Chartered. According to us, even though Ripple was planning to move out of the US until the lawsuit, its actions were relatively dormant. However, the suit has certainly made the company restless. The central question of law that lies to be decided in front of the court of law is whether XRP is a security. To which the XRP contends that if XRP isn't a blockchain technology but as a security, then Bitcoin, the leading cryptocurrency, and Ethereum, the second largest cryptocurrencies, are also security. To establish the same, Ripple has filed a motion demanding that the SEC produce its internal documents regarding its discussion over Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. The SEC filed another motion asking Ripple to provide its legal records dating from 2012 on trading XRP as security, to which the court denied, with the reason that Ripple's legal documents are protected under the attorney-client privilege, which Ripple hasn't waived. Post which, SEC filed a motion for extension to produce such documents, which was recently granted by the Court of Law, pushing the discovery period to 60 days. According to Jeremy Hogan, this step was classified as a strategic move to stretch the lawsuit, favoring the SEC. Currently, XRP is trading at 62 cents, with a green of 9.48% change in the last 24 hours. The coin recently closed below the decisive bottom on June 22nd. Therefore, the current rally to a crucial resistance level is a bonus. It appears that the buying pressure on the coin would continue, indicating an immediate resistance barrier at 64 cents. This mark will be the first significant blockade to be overcome for a further persistent rally. If XRP is able to break out from this point, the next price target for XRP would be at $0.78. The daily active addresses on the coin have also seen an increase, indicating the current price action as the buying opportunity for the token. Kindly note that prices of cryptocurrencies frequently change, so by the time you watch this video it might have changed to a whole new value. The information provided in this video does not constitute investment advice, financial advice, trading advice, or any other sort of advice, and you should not treat any of the content as such. The content in this video is for educational purposes only, and hence should not be considered as financial advice. Do conduct your own due diligence and consult your financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Do you invest in XRP? Let us know in the comments below. If you want to continue to know about XRP, we've got 2 more videos waiting for you on the end screen to check out. Make sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video, my friend.